Hi guys, Scott here from Uncle Scott's Kitchen. It is a big day in the carbon steel world. Why? Because Matfer has made some news. They have updated their carbon steel frying pans. I have two of the updated frying pans here. I've got all the stats and details on the changes that have been made. Today we're going to take a first look at these pans. I'm going to give you all the information and details that I have. Let's get started. Okay, for those of you who don't know, the whole reason that Uncle Scott's Kitchen is a YouTube channel is because of this guy. That is my first carbon steel skillet. My wife bought it for me about 5 years ago now. It was a Matfer. It is a Matfer. 11 and 7/8 inch model, very popular skillet. Big fans of Matfer around here, and I have been for quite a long time. Matfer has made some changes to the design of this pan and made some improvements. Let's take a look at the bigger changes and we'll kind of compare and contrast to the older, more classic model as we go. One of the first things you're going to notice is that the handle is different. This is a different handle. And it has a texture to it. Now it is still an uncoated steel handle, will still be high temperature safe, can still be used in the oven, but it has a treatment applied to it, and I believe they call that an oxy black treatment. So when you pick the pan up, you definitely feel a texture to the handle that you don't get on the classic model. The new handle is also attached with what they are calling cleaner welds. Now it's a welded handle. There are no rivets on the interior of the pan. On the older models though, you could see some indentations where the handle was welded and attached. The newer version, much cleaner, and it is smooth all the way around. Now also in the handle, it's kind of a minor detail, but there is a logo, a Matfer Bourgeat logo in the handle. Matfer typically was more geared towards the food service industry, kind of back of the house restaurant operations. They've caught on with home chefs now. But on the older versions, there's no way to tell that this is a Matfer pan. There's no logo, no branding. It's just a plain carbon steel skillet. On the newer ones, you do get the logo. So there's a little bit of branding and attention to detail there, which is nice. Next big change is with the initial cleaning and seasoning. Now, as we all know around here, and we've shown in many videos, when carbon steel skillets are new, they arrive with a protective coating. That protective coating, it protects the pans from any kind of moisture or damage in the shipping process when they leave the factory to when they get to the consumer. That protective coating has to be removed. And Matfer's was always one of the worst to remove. It took a lot of scrubbing to get that coating off of there, and you had to go through quite a lot of prep work before you season the pan for the first time. These updated models come with no coating whatsoever, so that's huge. There is no coating to remove. Big deal there. They say that these improved bags, I guess, absorb oxygen or what have you, but they protect the pans from rusting, from any kind of moisture or oxidation in the shipping process. And as such, there is no reason to coat the pans, and they arrive with no coating whatsoever. You can just give the pan a quick wash and then jump into seasoning the pan. Big deal there. The next big change they've made is a change to the shape of the bottom of the pans to help mitigate any potential warping issues. Now, I've shown this in other videos. This pan here was turned into a spinner. By an induction burner. If you use carbon steel on a flat top stove, either electric or induction, you can often get some warping issues. If the warping doesn't go away, your pan can turn into a spinner. That is really bad. This 9.5 inch Matfer I showed in the review video for this guy on an induction burner, that at power level 1, the pan would remain flat. At power level 2, it would warp immediately. Go back to power level 1, it would go back to flat. So these things actually change shape quickly when you're cooking. Now what they've done on the updated models here is put a slight concave upward bow into the bottom of the pans. It keeps them flat, and if there is any kind of warping or deformation of the pan when it's heated, it should go upwards and not turn the pan into a spinner. And of the pans I have from other manufacturers that use that upward bow, none of those has turned into a spinner. So that's a nice change to see here on Matfer. Hopefully this one will not turn into a spinner as well. I am going to do a big cooking and review feature on these pans. If you want to see that, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. But we will definitely check these things out on an induction burner and see if they spin or not. Okay, now Matfer says these are not completely new model pans. These are improvements to the current model pans. As such, there is no firm release date on these. As the current supply and stock moves through the system, these updated models will fill in behind there. They expect these to be available in Q4, so that Thanksgiving, that Christmas time frame, should definitely be able to find them by then, if not a little bit sooner. They're initially going to be available through Amazon. Now, I will have Amazon shopping links below this video. Make sure you check back here, and I will have the most updated shopping links as they become available. Okay, I wanted to get this information out to you guys as quickly as possible. This was just a first look. These pans are still brand new. Just got these in. Have not done any cooking in them yet. As a matter of fact, though, that will be the next big Matfer video I do. Going to get these guys seasoned and do some cooking. I fully expect these things to have the same fantastic cooking performance I've come to expect with my other Matfers, but we'll see. We're also going to really double down and drill down and check these things on a variety of cooktops. See if that change to the shape of the bottom of the pan, if that really does prevent any warping issues. If you want to see that video when it's released, make sure you are subscribed to the channel and your notifications are turned on. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next time on Uncle Scott's Kitchen.